Imagine waking up to a calendar that feels like a prison. You started your business or your career because you wanted freedom, but now you're drowning in busy work. Your inbox is a battlefield, your to-do list is endless, and the very thing you built to give you life is slowly taking it away. This is the success trap. The more you grow, the less time you have. But what if the secret to building an empire wasn't working harder but working less? In his groundbreaking book, Buy Back Your Time, Dan Martell introduces a revolutionary concept. You don't hire people to grow your business. You hire them to buy back your freedom. This isn't just about productivity hacks or time management. It's about a fundamental shift in how you value your life. In a world that glorifies the grind, this book is the antidote. It teaches you how to stop being the bottleneck in your own life and how to start spending your hours on the things that actually light you up. In this summary, we're going to walk through the cinematic shift from being a stressed-out operator to a visionary leader. We will explore the frameworks that allow you to reclaim your energy, scale your impact, and finally build a life you don't need a vacation from. Get ready. Your transformation begins now. Here are the 7 core lessons from Buy Back Your Time. This YouTube book summary dives into the heart of Dan Martell's Buy Back Your Time, showing how to move from that non-stop, get shit done, grind to building a business that actually sets you free. It walks you through 7 powerful lessons that feel like scenes in a movie, each one unpacking the mindset shifts and simple tools you need to finally take your life back. Lesson 1. The Buyback Principle. Stop hearing to grow. Start hearing to live. One of the biggest mistakes most entrepreneurs make is thinking that hearing is just about making the business bigger. In truth, it's the best way to buy back your own time and create real freedom. We all start our companies chasing more freedom, yet somehow we end up trapped, working longer hours and carrying more stress than we ever did as employees. We get stuck in the GSD trap, measuring our worth by how much we grind each day. But hard work alone doesn't build a thriving empire. Too often, it's what destroys it. The buyback principle changes everything. You don't hire someone simply to help the company expand. You hire to reclaim hours from the tasks that suck the life out of you. Picture your business not as a to-do list, but as a pile of hours you can repurchase. When you use revenue to buy back your time and pour that time into the high-value work you actually love, your energy explodes, the business grows faster, and you stop dreading every Monday. Take the baker who lives for creating the perfect cookie. As things grow, she hires help to grow the business, but ends up stuck doing payroll, emails, and managing staff while someone else bakes. The person who once loved her craft is now an administrator who hates coming in. She hired for growth and accidentally sold the very thing that lit her up. With the buyback principle, she would have hired an assistant for the emails first, keeping herself in the kitchen where her passion and real value shine. We resist this because of that deep need for control and the fear of seeming unproductive. We tell ourselves that if we're not doing the hard stuff, we're not earning it. That's a lie that leads straight to burnout. Your worth isn't in your busyness, it's in your unique genius. Stop being the bottleneck in your own life. Hire for your freedom first, and the growth will come naturally. Lesson 2. The drip matrix. Navigating the 4 quadrants of your day to get your freedom back. You first have to see that not every task is the same. Every hour you spend sits at the crossroads of how much money it makes and how much energy it gives or takes. Most of us are like hamsters on a wheel, busy as hell but going nowhere because we're trapped in the wrong spots. The drip matrix is the perfect tool to spot exactly where your life is leaking time and joy. It has 4 zones. The delegation quadrant is the danger zone. Low pay, energy-draining stuff like invoicing or booking travel that you need to hand off right away. The replacement quadrant is the sneaky pitfall, tasks that bring in good money but slowly drain you, like sales or marketing. You have to climb out of there with systems. The investment quadrant holds the things that don't pay today but recharge your soul, like hobbies or family time. And the production quadrant is pure magic, work that earns serious money and fills you with insane energy. Oprah Winfrey is the perfect example. Early on, she was stuck in news reporting, making money but feeling completely drained because it didn't feed her soul. She was in replacement. The day she started her own talk show, she stepped into production, focusing only on what lit her up, real connection with people. The world rewarded her with billions. Today she spends just a couple of hours a day on traditional business. The rest is health, growth, and joy. We stay stuck because the grind gives us a false sense of security. We get addicted to feeling needed, even when we hate the work. We say we can't afford help or that nobody can do it right, but those are just excuses for our own insecurity. If you're a $500 an hour founder doing $10 an hour tasks, you're actually costing your company money. Your only real job is to live in production. Lesson 3. The buyback loop. The 3 steps to infinite freedom. Real freedom isn't a finish line you cross once and forget. It's a loop you keep running so your business never drags you back into the pain zone where growth hurts more than it helps. As things expand, the stress will always try to pull you under. To stay above it, you simply follow 3 steps: audit, transfer, and fill. You start with the audit. Track everything you do in 15-minute chunks for 2 weeks so you see exactly where your time is disappearing. Then comes transfer. Hand off those low-value, soul-crushing red tasks to someone who actually enjoys them. Finally, fill. Take all that newly freed time and pour it into green tasks that make more money and light you up. The loop keeps spinning upward. More money buys more time, which buys even more freedom. Look at Tom Clancy. He didn't just write more books to grow. He ran the buyback loop. He started as the author doing everything, then transferred the actual drafting to other writers while he stayed the creative guide. That freed him to step into film production and bigger creative work. He moved from writer to storyteller to producer simply by auditing what drained him and letting it go. Most of us don't do this because that inner supervisor voice keeps whispering, "If you want it done right, do it yourself." We steal chances from our team to grow, and we steal freedom from ourselves. Your time is the most expensive thing you own. Audit the pain, transfer the load, fill the space with your genius, and the loop does the rest. Lesson 4. The replacement ladder, the proven path to scale. Scaling isn't about throwing people at every problem at once. It's about climbing a clear ladder of hires that gets you out of the daily grind in the right order. Too many founders hire randomly and stay stuck as the ultimate bottleneck. The replacement ladder gives you 5 steady rungs to follow. You begin with administration. Hire an assistant who owns your calendar and inbox. Next is delivery. Bring in someone to handle customer success so you're not the only one keeping promises. Then marketing. Get a person who turns lead generation into a reliable system. After that comes sales. Offload the calls and follow-ups. Finally, leadership. Promote or hire people to run the whole operation so you can focus on vision and new ideas. Think of a typical mom-and-pop restaurant. The owner is chef, marketer, accountant, and supply manager all at once. The second they hire an admin assistant for ordering and bills, they climb to the next rung and suddenly have room to focus on food and customers. Each step makes the business more organized and less dependent on them. We mess this up because we hire for the parts we love while clinging to the parts we hate. A coder who loves building might hire a salesperson first, only to drown in emails and scheduling. Follow the ladder. Start at the stuck feeling of admin and climb toward the flow of leadership. Every rung brings a new level of freedom. Lesson 5. The Camcorder Method, how to clone yourself without the ego. The hardest part of delegating is believing nobody can do it exactly like you. Truth is, 80% done by someone else is still 100% awesome. If you wait for a perfect clone, you'll wait forever. The Camcorder Method lets you document your process while you work, turning your know-how into something anyone can follow. Next time you do a task you want to hand off, just hit record and talk through what you're doing. No extra training session needed. Do it 3 times to catch the natural variations, then hand the videos to your new hire. Their first job is to watch them and write the playbook for you. That way they learn the why behind the how, and you never have to create a manual from scratch. Andy Warhol nailed this. He wanted to be a machine. He built a silkscreen process where assistants handled 80% of the work. He stepped in at the start for vision, and at the end for that final magical touch, his 10-80-10 rule. It let him put his name on 85,000 pieces without painting every one himself. He stayed in his production zone while the factory ran the rest. We hold back because we confuse our ego with excellence. We love being the hero who fixes everything. But every time you jump in to rescue an employee, you steal their growth and your own freedom. Record it, hand it over, and watch excellence spread without you doing all the work. Lesson 6. Transformational Leadership. Moving beyond the tell check next, sealing if you're still leading by telling people exactly what to do, checking their work, and telling them the next step. You don't have a business. You have a job that happens to have helpers. That old transactional style will cap you fast because you can only micromanage so many people before your day disappears. Real scale comes when you switch to transformational leadership. You lead by outcomes instead of tasks. You share the result you want and the metric that measures success, then let them figure out how. They bring solutions to you, not problems. You stop being the chief problem solver and start being the chief coach. Suppose you want higher menu prices. A transactional boss says, raise them 10%. Done, but nothing extra happens. A transformational leader says, we need 10% more revenue per square foot here. Now the team gets creative. They might add seasonal specials that boost sales, draw new customers, and make the staff feel like owners. It takes patience and the willingness to let people stumble, because doing it yourself is always faster in the moment but deadly over time. We cling to the supervisor role because it makes us feel important. But if you want to build something like Richard Branson did, you have to trust your team to ski the slopes without you. Paint the vision, then get out of the way. Lesson 7. The 10x vision. Building a life you don't need a vacation from. Buying back your time isn't about lying on a beach doing nothing forever. It's about finally having the space to build the big, meaningful empire you were meant for. Plenty of entrepreneurs free up their calendars only to feel bored or ready to retire from life. But an entrepreneur's heart doesn't do idle well. What you need is a 10x vision, a dream so huge it pulls you out of bed, excited every single morning. This isn't some small goal. It's a landing on Mars kind of dream that changes how you see everything. Once it's clear, you work backward to set checkpoints for your team, your business, your lifestyle. You preload your year with the big rocks, family trips, personal growth, before the small stuff fills the calendar. Dan Martell himself shows what's possible. After applying these ideas, he now spends only 6 hours a week on his 8-figure company. That leaves room for Ironman training, volunteering with city kids, and eating dinner with his wife and children every night. He didn't get there by working harder. He got there by thinking differently and filling his year with what truly matters first. He built a life he doesn't need a vacation from. We play small because we get lost in the how before we ever choose the what, or we're scared of looking foolish if we fail. But once you've bought back your time, the risk disappears. You finally have the energy to dream huge. Stop planning to retire at 65. Start planning to create for the next 100 years. Your empire is waiting. Buy back your time and go build it. We often treat time as if it's an infinite resource, but it is the only thing in this world you can never earn back. We've journeyed through the buyback principle, the drip matrix, and the replacement ladder. And at the heart of all these frameworks is one simple, haunting truth. Your life is defined by what you choose to do with your hours. The transformation Dan Martell offers isn't just about a bigger bank account or a smoother business. It's about the reclamation of your soul. It's about the moment you stop grinding for the sake of survival and start building for the sake of impact. It's the shift from the chaos of the red zone to the clarity of your unique genius. You weren't born to answer emails for 12 hours a day. You were born to create, to lead, and to live. As you close this summary, look at your hands. Look at your calendar. Ask yourself, am I spending my life or am I investing it? The wall of pain you're feeling right now isn't a sign to stop. It's a signal that it's time to buy back your freedom. The empire you've dreamed of is waiting on the other side of the tasks you're afraid to let go of. Don't wait until you're successful enough to own your time. Own your time now, and success will have no choice but to follow. If you're ready to stop trading your life for a paycheck and start building your legacy, take the first step today. Audit your time. Find your red tasks and let them go. Your future self is counting on you to keep transforming your mindset and reclaiming your life. Make sure to subscribe and join us for the next journey. Now, go out there and buy back your time.